everybody, this is exactly Attack 4427 here, and what you're about to see is, of course, a re-edited and redone version of this episode of Tomy and Trackmaster TNF, which is none other than Expedition Thomas. Now, this is actually one episode that I've actually worked on with John for quite a few years now, almost about 3 to 4 years in the making for sure. You name it, from writing the script to, of course, carving the mounting, all the way to the finished product. It is actually really incredible, and it actually still remains as, of course, one of the many accomplishments I've actually done with, of course, Trainboy 54 as well. And you're about to see it come back for sure, but with, of course, some brand new scenes and, of course, some re-edits and stuff that is way different from, of course, the original version that was up beforehand for sure. So yeah, I want to get that out there for sure, but hey, if you still want to view the original version of course, Expedition Thomas, for sure, completely unedited and right before the massive changes, for sure, you can definitely find it on, of course, my main channel with, of course, the link down below, as well as, of course, the deleted scenes that came with it for sure. So yeah, I hope all of you guys understand that. Thank you so much for watching, and with that being said, enjoy this redone version of the Tomy and Trackmaster TNF episode, Expedition Thomas. Take care.
Expedition Thomas. The engines on the Island of Sodor are good at many different things. Gordon likes pulling the express. Thomas likes his branch line. And Percy likes taking the mail. But sometimes, the Sodor engines and the Danville locos like to see many different sights of Sodor, like Action Canyon, Knapford Station, the Sodor Airport, and the beautiful valleys and mountains. One day, Thomas, Percy, and Phineas were helping Ferb and Isabella shunt freight cars in the sidings. They liked shunting. It was fun playing with freight cars. Unlike Thomas, who was always cheeky, Ferb and Isabella would come up quietly and give them a push. Then they would stop, and the silly freight cars would go bumping in one another. "Oh!" they cried. "Whatever is happening?" The 5 engines played until there were no more freight cars. Then they rest at the sidings. Phew! Thank goodness the job is done. For a minute there, I thought it would never get finished. Yeah, but still, thank you guys so much for helping me and Ferb with the extra shunting. No problem. Later, Sir Topham had arrived. Well done, Thomas, Percy, and Phineas. You three had done an excellent job for helping out Ferb and Isabella with the extra shunting.
Thank you, sir.
We certainly love the extra help around here. Good. So, because of the excellent job you guys have done, I've decided to give you 5 special jobs for this afternoon. The engines were very excited. Phineas, you must go to Brendam Docks and help Cranky unload cargo.
Yes, sir.
Ferb, you and Percy will take the mail for tonight, because we've got a boatload of mail waiting to be delivered. Yes, sir. Isabella, you can take the empty freight cars that you and the others shunted to the coal yard.
You got it, sir.
And Thomas, you get to take passengers to the Sodor airport before their plane leaves at 8:15 tonight. I will let you down, sir. Thomas was taking passengers down the main line on board Annie and Clarabelle to the Sodor airport. But he had to stop at a signal. Thomas was getting cross. Bother! I'm going to be late! Hello, Thomas. Oh, hello, Edward. Running a little late again? I believe so. I just need to get these passengers to the Sodor airport before their plane leaves this evening. Upon looking over at Edward's train, Thomas sees a mountain out in the distance. He got curious. Edward, what's that mountain out in the distance? Oh, that is one of the Forbidden Mountains of Sodor. There was meant to be a railway line around the mountain, but they closed it off due to a much disastrous reason. And what might be that disastrous reason, Edward? Many years ago, before you came to Sodor, or even the Danville Locos, the mountain was being used as one of Sodor's most popular destination spots to have ever visited. So many people around the entire island of Sodor really love the landscaping of the mountain, and even the wonderful mountain peaks. But unfortunately, it would all come to an end. The cry of the Yeti echoes all throughout the entire mountain, and everyone got really terrified of it. We heard the cry of one of the most legendary creatures to have ever existed, the Yeti. An evacuation was already underway, and everyone got out of the destination spot okay, because of the legends of the Yeti being true and is now in the mountain waiting to keep everyone out. We have no choice but to close the line. Legend has it that the Yeti still lives in the mountain and is wanting to sabotage the line if anyone gets into the mountain. Well, has anyone tried to fence up the line so no one can come into it again? Well, they were going to do that, but due for the fact that they don't want to go down the line where the Yeti is still waiting for them, they decided to leave the line unfenced. And even to this day, no one ever takes the line ever again. Gosh, that's horrible. I can see why the Forbidden Mountain is still forbidden even to that day. Indeed. Just then, Thomas's signal dropped, and Thomas was clear to go. Goodbye, Thomas. You better be careful tonight. Oh, I will, Edward. Same to you, too. Goodbye. Sir Topham Hatt was waiting on the platform for Thomas to arrive. The airplane was about to leave. Just then, Thomas finally arrived. Sorry I'm late, sir. I was stuck in a signal with Edward. Don't worry about a thing, Thomas. It doesn't matter if you are late or not. We all make mistakes these days. So for now, first thing tomorrow morning, I want you to help with to take some fish from the seaside village to Brendam Docks. Yes, sir. But when Thomas arrives at the seaside village the next morning, he can see 6 freight cars, all filled with smelly fish. That's a lot of fish.
Good morning, Thomas. I know you don't like the smell of fish, but it has to be done. So for this train, you must be very, very careful of those fish. So only go a little fast. They can get rotten very quickly at slower speeds.
Piece of cake. As Thomas was following with his train, he came across another red signal and had no choice but to stop once again. Thomas was cross. Oh, great! I'm going to be late again! Come on, you stupid mountain! Can't you help me out here?
Sorry, Thomas, but I'm a mountain. I just kind of stand here.
What was that for? Hey! It's the track that leads to the Forbidden Mountain that Edward told me about earlier. I wonder what I'll find there. No one has been down this line for a long time. It is the mountain from yesterday, and the track leads directly towards it. But I wonder why would that track lead me here? Then an idea puffs into Thomas's funnel. If I take the Forbidden Mountain track, I might be able to get my jobs done much faster. So with the points switched, and with wheel turn after wheel turn, Thomas begins to take the track towards the Forbidden Mountain. This is wonderful! I'll get my job done in 10 seconds flat! As Thomas made it to the top of the mountain, he comes across a bridge when he came out of the tunnel. Perfect! As Thomas puffs across the bridge and down the hill, he can see Brendam Docks. He felt amazed. Sir Topham Hatt was waiting for Thomas and Whiff to arrive. The boat was about to leave in 15 minutes. Then Thomas and Whiff arrived. Right on time, you two. You two have done a really great job. Thank you, sir.
Say, Thomas, how did you manage to catch up with me after you waited at that signal?
Guess I'm just quick on my wheels. Then Thomas thought to himself, yes, my plan worked. If I keep on taking the Forbidden Mountain track for the next few days, I'll get my jobs done much faster. Day after day, Thomas takes the Forbidden Mountain track to get all of his jobs done. And in the end, he manages to arrive on time. And at the end of each day, Thomas comes home very exhausted. Percy felt a little tired himself. What a day, Percy. Tell me about it, Thomas. I had to take like 5 tons of mail for this past week. But luckily, I managed to get them done this afternoon.
And I got caught up on the latest episode of Family Movie Collaboration.
Yes, I know, it's a shameful plug for Family Movie Collaboration, but I'm sorry, it's just really good, and I think more people should watch it!
Well, that just happened. I really don't know why so much random stuff happened these days.
Oh, has Sir Topham had given me anything for tomorrow?
Oh, he has indeed. He wants me to tell you that you have to take some passengers from Tidmouth Station to Knapford Station, where Spencer will take them to the 22nd Annual Sodor Barbecue tomorrow afternoon. And he doesn't want you to be late.
Sure thing, Percy. No problem at all. The next morning, Thomas got up extremely early as the warm fire spread throughout his firebox. Thomas was then coupled up to Annie and Clarabelle and soon headed over to Tidmouth Station. The conductor blows his whistle, and Thomas puffed away. Thomas puffs down the main line and comes across the signal and the points that leads to the Forbidden Mountain route. Perfect! Then Thomas took the track that leads to the Forbidden Mountain. Then he finally made to the Forbidden Mountain route, where the Forbidden Mountain is just standing there waiting for him. Driver, we must let the conductor know to give the passengers a fair warning that'll be a bumpy ride. Okay, Thomas. Mike, give our passengers a fair warning. It'll be a bumpy ride. Will do, Fern Gully. This is gonna be a piece of cake. Thomas soon takes the mountain route with no problem at all. Everything is going swell. If I get the job done, I'll take a nice rest at Tidmouth Sheds. But little does Thomas know that he was about to be in grave danger. But as Thomas made to the top of the mountain, he is excited to get down afterwards. Thomas made to the top of the mountain, puffed through the tunnel, then begins to climb up. Then there was trouble. The track was broken. Oh no! Thomas applied his brakes and stopped just in time. Bust my buffers! What happened to the tracks? I don't know, but it looks like no one was hurt. I'm gonna go down the mountain and call Sir Topham Hatt for help. How? I don't know. But I believe that there is an old abandoned station at the bottom of the mountain. Maybe it might have a phone down there. Be careful down there! Meanwhile, back at Knapford Station, Spencer, Percy, Whiff, Edward, Phineas, Ferb, and Isabella were waiting a long time for Thomas. Ugh. Where is Thomas? He is late.
Give him some time, Spencer. He'll be here at any minute now.
Yeah, right. Not unlike the time I got into a terrible yet weird accident 2 weeks ago. Explanation, Spencer? Glass, sir. Double pane, sir. That was weird. Sir Topham Hatt was having breakfast in his office. But then the telephone rang. A little while later, he found the engine still waiting on Thomas. Spencer, Whiff, Percy, Edward, Phineas, Ferb, and Isabella, I have just received a phone call from Thomas's driver and fireman, and they told me that Thomas is stuck up on the mountain, and he can't get down. We must go and rescue him. Wait a minute, sir. Did you see that he's stuck on top of the mountain? Yeah? Why? I think that's the Forbidden Mountain that was closed some time ago. And I think that it's where the Yeti is sabotaging the line around the mountain. And chances are, he's gonna try to rip Thomas apart in the process. Well, what are we waiting for? We have to go and rescue Thomas. So, my fellow Sodor engines and Danville locos, roll out! Keep a look around, guys. Thomas should be around here somewhere. What's taking them so long? Oh no! That's the cry of the Yeti! I have to whistle to my friends! With all of his huff and puff, Thomas blew his whistle, and it echoed around the mountain. Then the other engines can hear Thomas's whistle.
It's Thomas! He is on top of that mountain!
We were right. Looks like he needs our help. Percy, Edward, Whiff, Spencer, Phineas, and Ferb. You guys stay here with me to help me with each line in the mountain.
Yes, sir!
And Isabella, you go up to the mountain to try to get Thomas out of here.
Yes, sir! I'll get Thomas back down as quickly as possible. I am coming for you, Thomas!
Isabella finally made it to the top of the mountain when she finally sees Thomas. Isabella! Thank goodness you've came!
Thomas, are you all right?
Yes, I am. I've been here for the past half hour. But the only point is that I'm safe for now.
Yikes! We better get you out of here as quickly as possible!
What the? How did I
I not see that? No time to explain, Thomas! Let's go! Isabella pulls Thomas down the cave to try to get away from the Yeti as the ride suddenly becomes like a roller coaster. The passengers cheered. Let's get out of here, Isabella! Thomas and Isabella spiral up back to the mountain, and they can see the station where all of the others are. Thomas! There's the station where all of the others are! I think we're gonna make it! Great! They made it out of the mountain and made it to the station. The passengers were happy to be out. Phew! Just in time for tea. Sir Topham Hatt walked over to Thomas. Oh dear! What will Sir Topham Hatt say? But Sir Topham Hatt wasn't cross at Thomas. He was very pleased. I was watching from the station platform, and you are very brave to take this track. You are a really useful and very brave engine. Oh, thank you, sir. Starting tomorrow, we will fence up this line to make sure none of us take this track ever again. Thomas and the other engines agreed that no matter if there is a legend in a forbidden place, there is always a way. Whew, man, what an episode this turned out to be. Well, in conclusion, Thomas has learned his lesson about what he has gone through, and will never take the track to a forbidden mountain again. I hope you enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed making it. If elected class president, I cannot promise you any Mountain Dew for free in the refrigerator, but I can promise a trusted assistant that will make things perfect and try to get Mr. Spike out of the job. Whoa, that was odd. It was like I regressed back to the 13th grade at college.
And the boring days of the 15-minute science assignment.
What? Mr. 4427? When did you get here?
Duh! I've been here since season 2. You cast me as Whiff, remember?
Oh, right. And then I had cast you as Neville and Stanley as well back in the last 2 episodes.
Exactly.
So, what was I doing at the moment?
You were just about to end the longest Tomy and Trackmaster TNF Season 5 episode ever, which I'm guessing is turning out to be a movie?
Oh yeah. Well, thank you for watching my... Oh, crud! My pumpkin pie is ready! Sorry, gotta go!
Okay. Well then, it looks like it's up to me to end this episode, or movie. Thank you all for watching and enjoying the 5th and final episode to Season 5 of Tomy and Trackmaster TNF. It has been a pleasure to... What? No! Not the end credits! I was just starting to get into it! Ah, forget it!
Let's be brave! Let's be brave! If you're feeling frightened... You saw something scary?
You think the situation is getting kind of hairy?
Coming down the tracks, that's Thomas and his friends. Ready to be your brave heroes again. Let's be brave. Let's be brave. Let's be brave. You can be scared and still be brave. You can be a hero every day. Yeah. You can be scared and still be brave. You can be a hero. Hooray! Maybe there's a strange noise. Maybe there's a monster. Maybe your imagination drives you bonkers. Coming down the tracks, that's Thomas and his friends, ready to be your brave heroes again. La 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 la. Let's be brave. La 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 la. Let's be brave. Let's be brave! You can be scared and still be brave. You can be a hero every day. Woo! You can be scared and still be brave. You can be a hero. Hooray! Let's be brave! Yeah! Let's be brave! Yeah! La 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 la. Let's be brave! La 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 la. Let's be brave! La 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 la. Let's be brave! Let's be brave! La 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 la. Let's be brave! La 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 la. Let's be brave! Let's be brave! La 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 la. Let's be brave! Let's be brave!